Okay, so here is a flyover showing you some of the different areas at the land right now. And as spring is coming on, you can see some logs and firewood I've been cutting there from a few of the trees that were pulled out of the woods when they were repairing the from the landslide. Still got some more, but all of that will be chopped up and split and will serve for heating the farmhouse next winter. It's good wood and it'll be good and dry. You can see that the trees are starting to turn green. Some of them are good and green, others really have hardly started yet, but within the next week or two it'll be completely green. So here's the landslide. You can see not much has grown on it. Mimi's sown a lot of seed, but I don't know why, but there's a ton of rocks on the surface. They never were there before. When they redid it, all these rocks came to the top. Um, yeah, so I've done some rock piling, gathering of rocks, but that's a big field. That take a ton of time. So I don't know. I don't know, but the grass is coming up here and there, but not very much. So what I am 500 feet away at the farmhouse, looking at my phone, which is obviously connected to the drone, and I'm looking for one of the 25 elm trees that I planted. They're only about a foot and a half tall. And I'm looking at it on my phone. I cannot find it. I know they are here, but they're very hard to see on the phone. Such a small screen. So I knew there was some here. They're scattered all over this hill. There's 25 trees and about 25 seeds that I sowed, oak seeds, and those, nothing has come up yet. But I'm looking for a small tree. So I came up here, and I knew there was one here somewhere. So I just came close. I'm just scared that I'm going to touch the, bam, the ground and kill the thing. And then all of a sudden I found one. So there it is. There's hardly anything growing on it yet. It's just a stick, and it's got some. I zoomed in a little bit. But anyway, so it has a little bit of this, the beginning of leaves coming on it. And we haven't protected them yet, but fortunately they're so small the deer haven't found them either. You can see that hole there that has slid out earlier when we had rain several months ago. That's why I don't want to have too much more rain right now until we get the track hoe. Here you can see that not much has changed up here since all that rain we had back whenever that was, January. So you saw the bottom culvert is open. The bottom opening is completely free. But this top part where all that mud had slid down, the tiny little mudslides had covered it up. So I'm looking through the drone, obviously, trying to find the hole so you can see. There it is. So at the bottom right now in the center, you can see that's all that's left of the top end of the culvert, of the big huge tube. So yeah, it wouldn't take too much rain to overflow to just completely overcover that. But it'll go and catch that second culvert, which is what's saving our hide for now. We got some rain today, a fair bit, but wouldn't have been a problem. So here I go back down the landslide, and it looks pretty desert-like at this point, but I guarantee you if we don't do anything to it, it'll be covered over by the end of the year, and you wouldn't even recognize it, but it'll be all briars and weeds. Okay, so down there right below where I'm looking is what we call sort of the fruit pasture. It's got a couple of fruit trees, none of them doing much because we just haven't paid them the attention they need. But I want to show you a tree that I planted the other day. And so I'm going to work my way down there. I'm sorry for all the jerkiness, but that's just because I'm a complete amateur at this. And I don't do it very often. And I do not want to crash my drone. I already did once back last year, a year ago, and it cost me a nice little chunk of money to get it fixed. And so I'm paranoid about branches that I can't see. Remember, you may be looking at it on a computer screen or something, maybe on your phone. Well, I was on my phone and just so cautious. because all it takes is touch a twig and this thing will go wham all over the place and go slam into the ground. So that's not a fun thing to watch. So you can see there I'm getting down as close as I dare to that little pear tree that I planted the other day. And this year I'm going to do my best to keep those things from being eaten by horses, because they go and they eat anything fresh that comes up that's planted if they get in there and it's not protected. So I cut the grass here in the last week or so, not because anybody's there to really appreciate it at this moment, but because if I don't, it'll become a jungle. That we just went over a pear tree, and that is a cherry tree that 2 years in a row the horses have gotten to. Even though I protected it, right now there's a bunch of mess around it, and I'm gonna do it right this time before I let the horses in there, because they just went over what I had last time and ate it all up. So poor thing is 2 years trying to grow, and yeah, unsuccessfully. So anyway, I'm coming back home now. And again, trying to land this thing in a hole among all the trees. Right there in front of you, that is where I touched it back in August of last year. And it went slamming to the ground 20 feet below onto the concrete and kaput. It wouldn't work. So there I am. That's where I've been the whole time. And I'm just going to settle it down. You can see a none too professional landing here. Okay, well, thanks for watching. Thanks for praying. Pray for our track hoe project. Lord willing, in about a month, we hope to see what we can get with whatever we have. God bless you. Goodbye.